Hey there, welcome back to AI Academy. Today, we are jumping into our Business Analytics for Management Decision course. We are going to tackle some important stuff like understanding data, getting the hang of basic Microsoft Excel skills, appearance of a spreadsheet, ribbon in Excel 2010 for Windows, also interesting Excel formulas and even checking out some cool useful Excel tips. So, get ready to dive in and level up the analytics. Let's start today's class by understanding data in short, as we have already learnt about data and data structure earlier. Data is basically information. It can be facts, numbers, words, or even pictures. It is building blocks of knowledge that we use to understand things better. For example, if we have a list of sales numbers for a month, that is data. If we know how many people visited a website last week, that is also data. So, whenever we talk about data, we are talking about information that helps us learn or make decisions. Let us now discuss about basic Excel skills. Microsoft Excel is a powerful software program that allows us to organize, analyze, and manipulate data using spreadsheets. Spreadsheets are like large grids or tables that can be filled with numbers, text, or formulas. Excel is widely used in businesses of all kinds because it makes it easy to work with data and perform calculations. One of the main uses of Excel is for business analytics. It is all about using data to help make better business decisions. It is great for business analytics because it allows you to import data from various sources like databases, text files, or the internet into a spreadsheet. Organize and format the data in a way that makes it easy to understand and analyze. Perform calculations on the data using formulas and functions. Create charts and graphs to visualize the data. Build models and scenarios to explore different possibilities and outcomes. Some basic skills that are useful for using Excel for business analytics include understanding how to navigate and select cells, rows, and columns in a spreadsheet. Knowing how to enter and format data like numbers, text, dates, etc. Being able to use basic formulas and functions, like sum, average, if statements. Creating and formatting charts and graphs from your data. Using tools like sorting, filtering, and pivot tables to summarize and analyze data. With practice, we can become proficient in using Excel for more advanced tasks like data analysis, forecasting, optimization, and decision-making. Many businesses rely heavily on Excel skills for their business analytics needs. If we talk about the features of Excel, we will start with opening, saving and printing files. We need to open up Excel. Once it is open, we can create a new blank spreadsheet by hitting Ctrl+N on the keyboard or clicking the New button. When we complete our work, we have to save our file by hitting Ctrl+S or clicking the Save icon. It looks like an old floppy disk. Give it a suitable file name. To print, just hit Ctrl+P or click the Print icon and follow the prompts. Next is navigation spreadsheets, which are made up of rows, the horizontal lines, and columns, the vertical lines. Where a row and column intersect, that is a cell. We can navigate to different cells by clicking with our mouse or using the arrow keys on the keyboard. Selecting ranges, sometimes we need to select a range of multiple cells at once. We can drag the mouse over the ones we want. Or we can click on one cell, hold down the Shift key, and use the arrow keys to extend the selection outward. For inserting and deleting rows and columns, first right-click on an existing row or column number or letter and choose Insert from the menu. To delete, just right-click and choose Delete instead. Entering data to put stuff in cells, just click where we want it and start typing. Excel figures out if we are typing text, numbers, dates, etc. If we make a mistake or if you want to edit something, hit the backspace key or just retype over it. When we talk about working with text strings in Excel, we are basically talking about manipulating and working with text data. Things like names, addresses, descriptions, etc. It has several built-in functions and features that allow us to modify, combine, extract or analyze pieces of text in useful ways. It performs basic arithmetic calculations. Formulas always start with an equal sign, like equals 2 plus 2. We can use formulas to calculate all kinds of math between the values in different cells. Formatting Excel will let us format data in tons of ways to make it look nice and readable. For numbers, we can set decimal places, use currency formats, percentages, and more under the number format menu. For text, we have got fonts, colors, sizes, bolding, and more under the font menu. Modifying the appearance of a spreadsheet can significantly enhance its readability, aesthetics, and functionality. Whether we are using Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, or any other spreadsheet software, there are several key elements that can adjust to tailor the appearance to the specific needs. Let's start with cell formatting, which includes font style and size, in which we choose a font that is easy to read, and we can adjust the size as needed. Bold, italicize, or underline important text to make it stand out. We can also use different text colors to categorize or emphasize specific information. For example, we might use red for negative numbers or important alerts. Apply borders to cells or ranges to visually separate data or create a grid-like structure, which is called cell borders. We can customize the line style, color, and thickness of borders. We can fill cells with different background colors to highlight important sections or differentiate between categories of data. Be cautious not to overdo it, as too many colors can make the spreadsheet cluttered and confusing. Next is alignment and orientation. There are different types of alignment, such as horizontal alignment, which is used to align text to the left, center, or right within cells to improve readability and organization. Whereas vertical alignment is used to align text to the top, middle, or bottom of cells for a polished look. Text orientation rotates text within cells to fit more content or create visual interest. For instance, we can rotate column headers vertically for better space utilization. Then comes number formatting, which includes decimal places, which adjust the number of decimal places displayed for numeric values to improve precision or simplify large numbers. Whereas currency formatting applies currency symbols and formats to monetary values for clarity and consistency. Percentage formatting is used to display percentages with the appropriate symbol and formatting to represent proportions effectively. When talking about date and time formatting, which is used to format dates and times in a way that is easy to understand and consistent with the preferences or regional conventions. Now we will discuss about ribbon in Excel 2010 for Windows. The ribbon is the modern toolbar interface in Excel 2010 that replaced the traditional menus and toolbars from older versions. It is designed to help to quickly find the commands we need in a more intuitive and visually organized way. We will see several tabs across the top of the ribbon, like Home, Insert, Page Layout, Formulas, etc. Each tab contains groups of related commands for different tasks. For example, Home, which is the main tab with font formatting, alignment, number formatting, styles, and commonly used commands for editing worksheets. Whereas Insert tab contains options for inserting things like tables, charts, headers and footers, symbols, etc. Page Layout, which includes commands related to setting up page orientation, margins, sheet scaling, and layout options. There are Formulas, which help us to access to function libraries, formula auditing, calculation options. And also there are several more tabs for tasks like data analysis, reviewing, and visualizing data. While talking about groups within each tab, related commands are organized into groups. For instance, on the Home tab, the Font group has controls for font face, size, color, bold, italic, etc. The Alignment group handles text alignment, merging, orientation, indents, etc. The Number group allows formatting of numbers, currency, percentages, and more. The Styles group makes it easy to apply predefined cell styles. Buttons and menus within each group, we have buttons and menus. Buttons appear as small icons, like the B for bold or currency $ icon. A single click on a button performs that command. Some items have an attached menu indicated by a small triangle. For example, the number format menu has a drop-down of different number formatting choices. Clicking this triangle opens a menu or dialog launcher where we can see more options or advanced settings for that particular command. The ribbon is designed to keep common tasks easily accessible, while still providing access to more advanced functionality through these menu dialogues when needed. Overall, the tabs, groups, buttons, and menus allow us to visually locate and access an extensive array of Excel's features and formatting options in a more intuitive way compared to the old menu system. Excel formulas. Excel formulas are equations that perform calculations using values in cells. Common mathematical operators like plus, minus, asterisk, slash are used, along with a variety of built-in functions. The basic arithmetic operators work for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. For example, if we have values in cells A1, B1, C1, P5 and D1, the formula is A1, B1 asterisk P5 plus C1 slash D1. Would subtract B1 multiplied by P5 from A1, and then add that result to C1 divided by D1. Formulas can refer to other cells simply by using the cell address, A1, B5, etc. These references can be relative or absolute. Relative references changes based on where the formula is copied. Like if A2 contains equals A1 plus 1 and we copy it to B2, it will become equals B1 plus 1 automatically. Absolute references remain constant no matter where copied. We make a cell absolute by putting $ before the row and column label, like $A2. So, equals A2 would make the row 2 absolute equals $A2 would make column A absolute and $A2 would make both absolute. This allows us to lock parts of references when copying formulas to different cells. In addition to basic arithmetic, Excel has hundreds of built-in functions for more complex calculations like sum, to total values, average, to calculate means, if, to test conditions to find values in tables, and many more for statistics, engineering, dates and times, etc. Formulas combine references, operators, and functions to create powerful calculations based on the data. Learning how to properly construct and copy formulas is key to unlocking Excel's analytical power. Now let us discuss on how to implementing price-demand models in Excel. In business analytics, we often need to model the relationship between the price of a product and the demand for that product. Two common models used are the linear price-demand model and the nonlinear price-demand model. The linear model assumes that demand decreases linearly as price increases. The equation is D equal to Y minus Z multiplied by price, where D is the demand when price is 0, that is maximum demand. Z is the slope how quickly demand decreases as price increases. To implement this in Excel we have to enter the demand data in a column A. Enter the corresponding price data in another column B. Then in a third cell, we can use the model with equals Y minus Z multiplied by price. For example, if Y equals 20,000 and Z equals 10, the formula would be equals 20,000 minus 10 multiplied by A9. This calculates the predicted demand for any given price in cell A9. The nonlinear model uses an exponential curve equal to price to the power minus D, where C is the demand when price is 1. D controls the curvature of the line. This gives the predicted nonlinear demand for any price in A8. To implement in Excel, we can then analyze the fit by charting the predicted demands against actual data points. The linear model will give a straight line trend, while nonlinear is a curve. We use statistical metrics to evaluate which model fits our data better. Method to copy Excel formulas. Copying Excel formulas is a convenient way to replicate calculations across multiple cells, rows, or columns in a spreadsheet. Excel provides several methods to copy formulas, each with its own unique advantages and use cases. We can copy, using the copy and paste buttons. First we have to select the cell or range of cells containing the formulas we want to copy. Then go to the Home tab on the ribbon. Click the Copy button or press Ctrl on the keyboard. Select the cell or range of cells where we want to paste the copied formulas and then click the Paste button or press Ctrl+V on the keyboard. Other method is using keyboard shortcuts. We have to select the cell or range of cells containing the formula we want to copy. Then press Ctrl+C, or Command+C on a Mac, to copy the selection. Selecting the cell or range of cells where we want to paste the copied formulas. Then we need to press Ctrl+V, or Command+V on a Mac, to paste the copied formulas. Now we will discuss copying using dragging the fill handle. First we have to select the cell containing the formula we want to copy. Then we have to position our mouse pointer over the small square in the bottom right corner of the selected cell that is the fill handle. When the mouse pointer changes to a black cross, plus, sign, drag the fill handle across the row or column where we want to copy the formula. As we drag, a marquee, moving border, will show the range of cells that will be filled with the copied formula. Then we have to release the mouse button when we reach the desired cell or range of cells. Double-clicking the fill handle is also one of the methods to copy and paste in Excel. First we have to select the cell containing the formula we want to copy. We need to ensure that there is data in an adjacent column that is above or below the selected cell. Then we need to double-click the fill handle that is the small square in the bottom right corner of the selected cell. Excel will automatically copy the formula down the column, stopping when it encounters a blank cell in the adjacent column. It is important to note that when we have copied formulas in Excel, the cell references within the formulas will automatically adjust based on the relative or absolute cell referencing used in the original formula. This behavior is called relative referencing, and is one of the powerful features of Excel formulas. For example, if you copy a formula equals sum, A1 to A5, from cell B1 to cell B2, the formula in B2 will automatically become equals sum, A2 to A6, adjusting the range of cells to be summed relative to the new location of the formula. However, if we need to maintain the same cell references when copying formulas, we can use absolute cell referencing, that is, by adding $signs, $symbol, before the row and column coordinates, or a combination of relative and absolute references. Copying formulas in Excel can save significant time and effort, especially when working with large datasets or performing repetitive calculations across multiple cells or ranges. Copying Excel formulas by dragging. Let us conclude today's lecture by discussing on some other useful Excel tips. Let's start with split screen that allows us to view different parts of the same worksheet simultaneously. This can be helpful when working with large worksheets or when we need to compare or reference data from different areas. Steps to split the screen. First, we hover over the vertical or horizontal scroll bar until the cursor changes to a split icon that is a thick black line with two horizontal or vertical arrows. Then we will double-click on the scroll bar to create a split screen. We can also go to the View tab and click the Split button to access more options. To remove the split screen, we double-click on the split bar or go to View, then to remove split. The Paste Special feature gives us control over how pasted data should be treated, such as preserving formatting, transposing rows and columns, or performing operations. To use Paste Special. First we have to copy the data we want to paste. Then we need to right-click the destination cells and select Paste Special. We have to choose from the various paste options in the dialog box, such as values, formulas, formatting, operations, that is, add, subtract, multiply, divide, and more. Adjusting column and row widths ensures proper display and readability of data. To adjust column widths, we have to double-click on the right border of a column header to auto-fit the column width to its contents. Then drag the right border of a column header to manually resize the column width. Then we will go to Home and select Format, then to Column Width to specify an exact width. To adjust row heights, double-clicking the bottom border of a row header to auto-fit the row height to its contents. Then drag the bottom border of a row header to manually resize the row height. Then we have to go to Home, then to Format and select Row Height to specify an exact height. To include grid lines and column headers when printing, we have to go to Page Layout and select Sheet Options. Next, check the Print Grid Lines box to display grid lines on the printed output. After that, check the Print Headings box to include column and row headers on each printed page. To fill a range with a series of numbers or dates, we have to select the range of cells we want to fill. We have to type the starting number or date in the first cell of the selected range. Hover the mouse pointer over the bottom right corner of the selected cell until it changes to a small black cross, that is, the fill handle. Double-click or drag the fill handle across the range we want to fill. Excel will automatically fill the range with consecutive numbers or dates based on the starting value. These tips can help to work more efficiently and effectively in Excel, especially when dealing with large datasets or complex formatting requirements. That's all for today. In summary, this lecture covered the following topics such as understanding data, getting the hang of basic Microsoft Excel skills, mastering spreadsheet operations, and even checking out some cool Excel demos. We hope you liked this lecture. If you did, please give it thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Your support means a lot and motivates us to create more educational content on business analytics for management decision-making. In the next lecture we will discuss on knowing various Excel functions, its operations, using Excel operation to solve business analytics problems, knowing project valuations by Excel spreadsheet operations. Get ready for the next lecture on business analytics for management decision-making. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.